Hey guys, John Loxley here, back with our playthrough of Dungeon Siege 3. So we're at the swamp. Alright. So with me today is Jack. You can't see him, but makes me glad I'm playing with a controller and not the mouse, because he is laying basically on top of the mouse at this point. So, you know. Alright, did I, Yes, okay, so we switched the quest to Lost in the Swamp, which I don't remember if we can do that immediately or not. We'll figure it out. Also, what's with the sleeves? You know what I mean? He's got like these little hanging sleeves. Like wizard sleeves.
I didn't want to say anything in front of that lord, but I've heard the name Devonsey before.
Where? When? We'll say he's a famous general.
He commands the Royal Army. You probably heard his name in news of some battle or other.
When I was young, I heard Odo speak of him many times, in hushed and urgent tones. That name, Devonsey, it was often paired with another name, but I don't remember what it was. We should tell Odo when we see him next. I think this might be important.
She is right. And also we're standing in muck at the moment. Yeah, but it's going to be a minute before we get to Odo again.
Disgusting creatures. If only they were flammable.
That's right. Well, we can at least do... That was not... I mean, I was hoping it would be on them. Oh, that's... Camera position not great. Okay, there goes Jack. He's on the back of my chair. That's helpful, actually. And let's see, is that all the enemies? I don't think so. Oh, there's more. Alright.
Victory!
Victory! Right on. Oh, yeah. We're crossing into the thing, and that grants us agility. And also, that little cube thing is kind of cool. Cube, diamond, whatever. Let's go this way. Treasure! Maybe it's Fierce Claymore. And I guess that's the sell price? I don't know.
That barrier of roots. I think it is a door to be opened and closed with a word or a charm.
Can I punch it? No. No, I can't. And that is not where our quest takes us, which is good. Giant spider. That's not great. But this geometry of annihilation is pretty awesome. And, oh hey, there's like little slug things or whatever, I don't know. Can I cast more than one? No, I cannot. I have to wait for it to finish before I do another. Well then, we're not going to be putting any more points into the time. Oh, I'm hurt a little bit. Also, I wonder if... Nope, can't punch that. I know the little red ones give us health. Thankfully, the swamp water itself is not poisonous, although... Who knows what's in it. And this appears to be another one of those... Yep, see, it's locked. These twisted, knotted roots and thorns form a primitive wall. It is too dense to be hacked or burned away. You'll need to find another way through. Can't I go around it? I mean, look right there. But no, not yet.
There are too many. Fall back. Fall back.
All right, let's save our dudes. Wait, where am I? Oh. Wow, that hurt. Oh, jeez. That was painful. Save me. No, she is
Not done yet.
right on.
Huh. I'm not dead then?
You are not. Wow, that...
Damn natives. You make short work of them. I'm glad we're on the same side. We got split up from the rest of our party in the confusion. We're heading back to camp, but if you find the others, please help them.
Find the missing scouts. There's more enemies, and they are coming. Okay, any, let's grab the determined shoes. And wait, hang on. That can't be right. Is this right? Is it opened now? Because this is where I came, right? Okay, so that's locked. And that's where we go. And our current quest is still find the scouts. Find the second scouting party. Okay, fair enough. Well, then we'll switch there because... obviously we don't have what we need to pass those routes. Not yet. Not yet. So I don't know if I mean, you know, I talk about the YouTube stuff and BitChute and all that stuff every once in a while, more than I would like, to be quite honest. We're gonna dodge here. Why am I taking damage? Am I poisoned or something? Let's punch this. I believe that will help. It does. These red fungi often unnerve travelers with their odd, pulsating appearance. Deflating the bulbous sac releases a sweetly fragrant spore cloud, prized for its healing properties. I can't remember if I've done that before. I mean, read the thing. That's what I meant. Right. Determined choose. Will and block up. I'm going to say no. Just no. And Maul of Quickness, also no. Excuse me. I had ramen just before this, and that kind of... I don't know if it's just carbs or whatever, but it seems to trigger my, my congestion just a little bit more. But the, But yeah, the thing about... I was thinking about views and stuff like that, and people are so concerned with them, and I will admit, I am as well. Not concerned, necessarily, but it's a... These shrunken heads are not those of slain enemies, but of first people themselves. By binding the spirits of the dead inside their own heads, the first people prevent their kin from returning to the river of souls and merging with hated foreign peoples. Can we see them? Yes, kind of. So it's basically skulls. But yeah, the clicks and stuff, it's almost more like an addiction, which is bad. If I'm being totally honest, it's bad. It makes things... It complicates matters. You know? Is that Lord Devonsey?
There, look. The savages haven't seen us yet, but this is the edge of their village. Phineas and the other prisoners are probably being held on the far side, or maybe in the trees above.
I have to be careful because I don't want to knock the beer over when I set it back down. How are the odds? What's your plan? You didn't bring enough soldiers. Well, that's obvious because he doesn't have soldiers.
They have the advantage of numbers.
But we have the advantage of surprise, and their numbers will count for little in that maze of platforms and islands. Once we get to the other side, on open ground, that will be the real test.
Indeed.
Do you have a strategy in mind?
Everything depends upon finding their leader, the chief shaman. If we take him alive, we can negotiate from a position of strength. Damn, they've seen us. We're out of time.
There goes our thing of surprise. Ouch.
Die and be judged.
Any stuff around? Well, that's where the quest is. I'm gonna heal while we're doing that. Is that an enemy? Yes, it is. And that looks poisonous. What was this? This simple shelter is typical of most First People dwellings, providing reasonable cover from rain, but little else. Though their homes are often built in close proximity to communal areas, the private space of an Ur-Shemesh shelter is unquestionably respected. Right on.
So these savages think they can kill us. We will see.
Yes, we will see. We'll just see what we'll see. Ah, and there's the fire. She doesn't do that much. And what else? There's the thing. We're gonna go... Well, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. We'll go this way. We'll fight these dudes. Fight them, we will. I'm hitting him, so that's good. Fierce boots. Yes, the whole thing with the clicks and stuff, like it does have addictive properties. But it really bothers me, actually, because that's not what I want to do. That's not how I want this whole thing to go. If that makes any sense. Like, the reason I'm doing it is for fun. You know, so it changes when you do it for... It changes the reasoning, essentially. From... that was not the right thing. From internal to external. Whoa, whoa! Ouch. That's, don't remember what that thing is, to be quite honest. We'll just open both these chests. Tough helmet. But yeah, so it's kind of the, oh, that was a weird little camera switch. Now, I always miss this. So that's good. This one's down, that one's down, so you do have to come over here. But it just... I don't know, it's like the whole click thing is a competition, and I'm not, you know, I'm the type of person when you run or whatever, and everybody's like, oh, I bet I can beat you. It's like, no, I can beat you. And I'm just like, man, I just care about beating my own time or doing a little better. And that's kind of how it is with this. Like, I hate how it changes things.
Victory!
Am I poisoned again? Or maybe I was just taking hits, I don't know. Let's see if we can go over here and get this chest. And you know what? Let's equip stuff. Make sure we're not... Because we're about to have a pretty decent fight. Element of Vitality, tough helmet. Strangely enough, I'm actually going to go with this one because it has better stamina and armor, and it says screw you to the block, which is... I don't really use block. And what about you? Radiance of Stunning, attack up and stagger up. We'll take it. And anything else we can do? Jiwakate. Punch.
We are Urshamesh. We bow before no outsider. You are not welcome here. You bring fire and poison to our home. You kill our sacred trees, and you move the crawlers to madness. Now you kill my seed in my village. I come to tell you that you will stop, or Maruyatum will send you to the River of Souls.
So I could say you attacked first, or we're not here to fight. I'm gonna say you attacked first. I don't remember. I think one of these gives an influence gain, but I don't remember which one, so I'll say you attacked first.
You brought this on yourselves when you kidnapped our allies. You started this fight, not us.
We Urshamesh did not start any fight. For years you bring your beasts of fire and spoil the land. You kill warriors in metal and Urshamesh warriors. It matters not. Always it is the same. No peace in my village or outside in the damp.
So I guess I missed the influence gain. If I'm remembering right, I could be mistaken, but I guess, you know, one of the choices, which is the one that I picked, was defending my actions, and the other one was, well, you know, we don't want to fight, which seems to be, in retrospect, probably the better one. So we have 3 questions, and then we're here for the captives.
I know nothing of your people. Who are you?
I am Maruyatum, he who whispers with Nagog, high shaman to all in this village. We are the Urshamesh, the first people. This is our place. You do not belong here.
So Nagog was one of the old gods, or according to the legends, that fell into the swamp and created the first people, and then before he died, gave them the heart of Nagog, which is now destroyed, thanks to us.
You say the swamp is sacred, but we know nothing about it. Why do your people care?
Long ago, the Old One, Nagog, fell from the sky. Our fathers made a sacred bond with it as it lay dying. So we all became Urshamesh.
Gods falling from the sky. Just like the old story of the creator gods.
The Old One died and became the damp. When you walk, your feet touch Nagog. When you breathe, you inhale Nagog. All is Nagog. All is sacred.
So basically the swamp. The damp is the swamp.
The damp? What is that?
All that is out there, beyond our home. The old roots, the deep waters, the cold mist. All is the damp.
Oh, let me just finish my thought before I go on, because I'm terrible at finishing my thoughts. The whole reason that I'm doing this, or at least the reason I started doing it, is an external reason. Or, well, at least that's why I'm doing it now. Did I say internal or external? Internal. I meant internal, right? It's for my own benefit, my own personal growth, character growth, whatever you want to call it. The reasons come from within, they are internal. Clicks and stuff is an external reason, and those tend to corrupt your own personal reasons. That's why when money gets involved, everything just gets completely fucked up. And that's not what I want. Like, you know, I'm doing this playthrough now, and comparatively little views, right? I mean, I don't have that many views anyway, but compared to other things that I've done, very little. But I'm okay with that because I want to do this, right? So that's why I kind of hate when people talk about the clicks and stuff like, oh, I have more subscribers than you and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, I'm not doing it for the same reasons that other people are. And I get that a lot of people have built their businesses on that. This will never be my business. Maybe once I retire, you know, then I'll do it as work, kind of, you know, but no. So anyway, that's just my thought. I've been thinking about that lately with all the clicks and stuff like that. So, or, you know, whatever, because YouTube like shoves it right in your face. Everything does too. BitChute, everything. So just wanted to get that out. Moving on. I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. I really like this game. You know, I've played through it a few times, so I hope so, you know?
There's only one thing we want, and that's the men you took from us.
And why should I return your warriors? You have killed many of my seed. You have burned the ground and poisoned our waters with your dead.
It was Jane Cassinda who burned your swamp and killed your people, not us. I ordered my army to leave you alone.
You fought in the damp and killed Ushamish for years. You now speak names unknown to Maru Yictum to hide the truth. You are all enemies. When our blades pierce your heart, Maru Yictum will feed your flesh to the crawlers.
Right.
Shaman has fled. There, up those roofs.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is they view all outsiders as enemies. Well, that was not great. Ouch.
I'll hold the savages here. Go on ahead. Find the captain.
I want to check this out first. This fire seems to be the social center of the village. In any other settlement, the jugs and mats might suggest evenings full of story and laughter. In actuality, the first people often sit here to listen to the droning voices of their ancestors, whose souls are captured in the shrunken heads that dangle nearby. Yeah, they're not a happy people. Can we save? Nope, you cannot save until combat has ended. Hey, look at all those guys. Oh, hey, look at that thing. Oh, get out of the poison. And some time to heal a little bit more. I was getting punched or something. Can I save now? Oh, so this area is actually not as big as it would first appear. Well, there you go then. Now can I save? Yes, but we'll wait until... Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I was like, the healing stuff needs to end. Alright. Alright. Alright, Mr. Devonsy. stay here.
We are not alone here.
Alright. That went well. Minor Doom Essence. Oh, the jackal was poisoned, I think. Oh, watch out for the poison. There's a lot of poison, man. And they tell me I'm poisoning the ground. Oh, heck. Oh, good. Gotta level up. That is good. Alright. Oh, here we go. Okay, Circle of Healing, that's fully... Lightning Strike, Clockwork Trap, Barrier Field, Geometry of Annihilation. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, what next? Agility to ability DPS. Sure. And Anjali, however you do that. You know, I don't know if she's using Pillar of Fire a lot. I don't know. But we'll put slows enemies by 15%. So we'll do hang on. Aura of Immolation. Yeah, she does that occasionally. Let's just do Pillar of Fire. That's fine. Then Combat Fury. There we go. I'm half tempted to run back and save. But, you know. Alright. Oh, am I poisoned again? Oh, I'm standing in poison. Ah, small silver. Couple chests. Surely that's not a boss fight up ahead. I'm joking, of course. That's clearly a boss fight, kind of. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say clearly, but it's, you know, the end, and there's the quest marker. So before anything, let's just make sure we don't have anything that we want to equip. What about you? Glimmer of Frost, Will, and Chaos Ice. No, I'm going to stick with the attack and stagger. And what about Staff of Venom? Attack up 1, Chaos Poison. That sounds good. Okay, let's... Please don't die. Saving. Thank you. Because it's hard, right? You know it's going to be hard. Let me take another drink, just real fast before we go in there. Not bad. Drinking a Hefeweizen Dunkel. So it's like a German wheat beer with kind of a malty flavor. It's okay. Honestly, when I picked it up, I was hoping... I saw the Dunkel and I was like, man, I love Dunkel beers. I'm in the mood for one. I didn't realize it would taste a little bit different, but it's still good.
Now, Firebringer, prepare yourself for death.
Okay. I mean, do I have to?
Death will claim you, Firebringer, and I will not stop it.
Ouch. Ouch. Oh, how did I miss him?
Ancestors, Hear me. Lend me your strength.
You're supposed to be on him.
My word only.
Well, I'm trying, but this dude is trying to kill me, like, really bad. Ouch. Okay, please. Don't die. That's something. There we go. That's good.
That the god protects me.
No, I don't see that, actually. We destroyed the heart of Nagog, so you're basically hosed.
Stop. Put down your blade, Firebringer. No warrior has defeated Maruyetum since he first whispered with Nagog. I will not fight you. Your spirit is stronger. Today, all Urshemesh know the Firebringer's power and give respect. Take your warriors back and walk in peace.
Very well. I could say don't try anything, but, you know, he's given me his word. He could just let me kill him. You know what I mean? Like, he's fighting to the end versus surrendering, I guess. So,
You fought well, but I'm glad this ends here.
Then there is an end to the blood you seek. Good. None here will challenge you. It has always been this way. If the strongest of us cannot kill you, then no Urshemesh will. Take this charm. It is known to the roots and vines that I command, and they will bow before you to let you pass. Walk free amongst my seed, and in peace.
The savages fear us now. They will not trouble us again.
works for me.
This offering, Firebringer. Take it.
I like treasure. Treasure is good. It's and lots of stuff. Minor vampiric essence. Can I talk to people? Do I want to talk to people? Before we do that, let's save.
There is an outsider female here. She is not like you.
What? Oh, right. There's a quest. Okay.
Maruyetum is wise and powerful. We will always follow his word.
I don't remember if I said that, but his seed is, I assume he means all of these people are actually his children.
Our warriors will not fight one that is greater. Walk in peace.
Thanks, man.
The damp is not safe for your people.
I know. I know this. So this is Maruyetum. He looks cool.
Firebringer, may you walk this village in peace.
Alright.
I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution.
The Urshamash are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them.
Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
Alright, so presumably this advances the conversation, but we'll ask just in case this one does that as well. So what are the babbling heads?
What are those talking heads that I've seen around the village?
They're Urshamash ancestors. It's really quite unusual. For these people, death is the ultimate tragedy. Not in the way that you or I might think, though. For them, a spirit that returns to the River of Souls is forever lost to his clan. A most terrible fate. So when a kinsman dies, they capture his soul, and then place it in his shrunken head. I haven't the foggiest idea how they do it. And those chattering heads, they're a dour bunch.
You seem a bit taken with the First People. A little odd, since they might have killed you.
The Queen has my loyalty first, but I was a scholar before I was a soldier. These villagers are endlessly interesting. They may...
Oh, crap.
Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention. Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to skip that dialogue. I just clicked the button before I thought about it.
I've never studied geomancy. It was barely mentioned in any of my books.
No, the dwarves kept their secrets to themselves, and most of the human scholars dismissed geomancy as an undisciplined art. In actuality, it's a form of magic that demands patience. Conveying this essence is difficult. After all, whole libraries are dedicated to the art. But you might say that molding the energies isn't unlike a gem cutter's work, carefully shaping the rough stone into a polished jewel.
How did you learn about the dwarves and their magic? Did you have a teacher?
No, sadly. We've suffered many losses in our service to the Queen. And to my shame, that included the dwarves under her care. We simply don't know if there are any survivors. No clans have contacted us. And even the great mine of Glitter Delve, where Her Majesty lives, is empty. I learned all that I know by studying the tomes there, and I'll continue to preserve what I can. It's a small act of penance for so great a sacrifice.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up. An entire race or species or whatever you want to call it. Like they're all dead.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp, I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
Oh, we will. Let's talk to Devonsey.
You fight uncommonly well. The savages won't trouble us again, not after such a rout. I'll gather the rest of my people and meet you back at our camp.
Works for me. So now we'll switch back to this one, because we have the ability now to open those roots. So let's do that.
Our shamans can speak with the roots. Did you see them move for you?
No. Not really, no.
Our shamans whisper with Nagog. It is he who gives them power.
So Nagog's dead, though.
You must have a great power to defeat our shaman. Do you also whisper with Nagog?
Kind of. Alright, so we can buy stuff. We can buy the Talisman of the Arcane, which is Will and Momentum. And, honestly, it's okay. I guess I'll buy it. Let's see. See, this is what I don't understand. Why is it better than the Chimere of Quickness? Like, it's way better. And this one's blue. That's what I don't understand. Alright, well, okay, so Warding and Stagger or Will and Momentum. We'll say Talisman of the Arcane. And then we'll switch to her. And it shows that I can't equip it because that other guy has. So I'll equip this instead. And then, let's see. Yeah, Will. Okay, that's a weird thing. Staff of the First People. Attack is up. Will is down. Chaos, Poison, and Withering. I guess. Why not? Oh, and I guess we could sell. Nice and easy, don't want to click through. We should meet Lucas very soon, I think. I don't remember exactly when we do. Come to think of it, I think it's probably in Stonebridge. That's where we typically meet Reinhardt, but... Heart of Darkness. Yeah, I guess. And I'm going to avoid selling this stuff for Katarina because I haven't equipped her lately.
Your kind hates the damp because you do not understand it.
It's filled with bugs also. You know, I mean, be honest.
We Ur-Shamesh have other villages, but they are very far.
But that's not the swamp, right?
A missionary from the Azunite Church. What is she doing here?
That is a great question.
So you're the one who led the attack. Was it worth it? I can only hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I didn't want to serve Azunai through war. Now that you've done your fighting, you might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
Before I ask what you need, I'm going to ask why are you here?
This isn't the place I'd expect to find an Azunite. How did you get here?
I was once an apprentice alchemist. A promising one, I might add. When my father fell gravely ill, I found that none of my cures would help him. I prayed and prayed, and Azunai saved my father. Since then, I've dedicated my life to his service. Unfortunately, most Azunites seem to think that spilling blood in Jane Cassinder's name is the only true means of worship. I teach the children and help the villagers with my remedies. It's a simple life, but better than fighting in Jane Cassinder's army.
You know, I never thought about this, but I wonder if she also did this to get out of combat. You know? Just a thought. The first time, every time before this that I've played this, which is only a couple, three times maybe? I don't know. I never thought about it, but now I'm just like, huh.
What are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
I must be off. I'll look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you. And be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
Well, yeah. They don't want their eggs taken. Was this book there before? It wasn't, I don't think. Saint Elishiva was a nomad, probably of Navitic descent, who lived in the years following the death of Azunai, but before the Empire's stars. Tradition tells us she was a homely young woman, rejected by the men of her tribe. She was often left to guard the tribe's children when their parents were away on a hunt or otherwise occupied. It was a responsibility she accepted with diligence and humility, and without complaint. On one such occasion, the tribe's camp was set upon by Laskanzi brigands with their vicious hounds. Elishiva bravely stepped forward to meet the brigands, knowing she would certainly be overpowered and killed. Instead, she received a vision of Azunai, who appeared, shield in hand, to hurl back the brigands and their hounds. Azunai then spoke to Elishiva, praising her for her brave defense of the helpless and promising to instruct her in the martial technique, if she would promise in turn to teach those techniques to others and do the work of the defender throughout the world. Elishiva agreed, becoming the first convert to the Azunite faith and eventually founder of the church. During the early years of the Empire of Stars, Azunite faithful began to appear in remote, outlying regions of the Agalan Mountains. For centuries, they were an obscure sect of peaceful warriors, offering shelter and aid to anyone who visited one of their sanctuaries. Later, as the faith grew stronger, a struggle erupted between the traditional beliefs of the Empire and the new growing faith of Azunai. This struggle eventually led to the War of Legions and the dissolution of the Empire. The Asnite faith was adopted by the strongest Imperial Legion, the 10th, and was carried west to the Kingdom of Ebb. The Asnite Church became the dominant faith in Ebb and in other inheritor states of the Empire, preaching a simple doctrine of diligent labor and service to one's neighbors and kin. Traditionally, the Church venerated men and women who protected those weaker than themselves, much as the historical Asnai protected humanity against the tyrannical giant Zaramoth. This doctrine was well suited to the Legion, and most Legionnaires were strong supporters of the Church until the rise of Jane Cassinder, who subverted control of the faith and turned it against them. Any more lore around here? Not that I can see. Alright, so let's save. We'll save right here. So, back in the bog. We don't fight villagers anymore, but, you know, we're gonna fight the slugs and stuff. Spiders and all that. Victory! Pants of Quickness. Aw, yeah. Oh, hey, what was that? Glimmer of Stunning. And we'll check that out soon. I wonder if there's anything else over in this area. We will see. Alright, more spiders. So, it seems like she's using her human form more. Right, I just saw her do a spear throw. But maybe that's... Hang on, let me check something real fast. So my ability DPS is much higher. Pants of Quickness... What about her? Her ability DPS, yeah, is low. That actually explains a lot. Right, because attack is down, but will and stagger is up. We'll go with this one. Because it basically means she's able to do more physical damage. Wait. Oh, but now her... now her will is stronger, so her ability DPS is up. Wow. I don't know why my throat got super dry all of a sudden right there. It's not good, though. Okay. Woo. Alright, so we... Oh, so it just opens for us. Oh, there we go. And then more spiders. And a spider matriarch. Where is the spider matriarch? Probably this way. But before we do that... Oh wait, that's the spider matriarch, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well... That was pretty easy, probably because we were... You know...
Thank Azum. Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are, but you just walked into a frack's nest of trouble.
I don't know what a frack is, but it sounds bad.
Good thing Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.
Alright. And thus that quest is basically more or less done. We just gotta get the right, return to the camp. But before we do that, slug eggs. Anything over here? No. Alright then. Spider Matriarch is dead. All that stuff. So now... Here we go. You're finished. You heard her. Alright, and that thing opens now. Oh, there goes Jack. Somewhere. Okay, well, you know. Those aren't the slugs, I don't think. But maybe they are. Alright, well, this way then. And there's a chest. Chest down there. Presumably those are slug eggs. But maybe not.
A nest of slugs. They're trying to protect their eggs.
Well, that's understandable. How am I on mastery, anyway? Let's check that out real fast. Okay, so these are both mastered. Health, we have a little ways to go. That a ways as well. Alright, well then. Alright. Is that, still alive? Not anymore. Not anymore. There's a big thing. Ancient...
You may wish to breathe through your mouth. The stench here is unpleasant.
Fair enough. On the other hand... Okay, that thing is dead. Where's the ancient burrower? That thing over there. I was really hoping it would get into the sphere. There we go. That's not the greatest. Not the greatest thing. Oh, and it hurt. It took focus away. Come on, man. Get into the...
And be judged.
You know, I can't say that I've seen her use the flame pillar still. Which is kind of weird. But I'm sure she will use it. Probably. I have no idea. It's kind of hard to judge because she'll get something and then, you know, not use it. Slug eggs gotten. This young warrior appears to have died recently. He looks like one of the first people, probably a youth whose rite of passage went disastrously wrong. Right. And the bad thing about him dying out here is now his soul is probably in the River of Souls with all the hated other people. So that's kind of interesting. Interesting that they make them, you know, xenophobic and stuff. Still, it just adds to the characters, right? Alright, we're pretty close, I think, to the camp. Like, this area doesn't seem to be too long, so we'll run back, we'll turn the quest in, then we'll go back to the camp, and then we'll and then we'll stop. I've been trying to keep it right at an hour, or under an hour. One of the episodes of Monster Girl Island was not. That was like an hour and a half. And I really, really do understand if people don't want to watch everything. I mean, an hour a day, that's a lot. Definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. So, plus, not everybody's gonna like every Let's Play that I do. And that's okay too.
You're back. Were you able to find any slug eggs?
I have them here. They aren't the most pleasant things to handle.
Let me lighten your burden then. Truly, stranger, thank you. I never thought an ally of the Royalist army would help me. Let me give you some of my supplies. They'll be of use to you on the road. May Azunai watch over you.
Azunite Charm, Determined Cincher. XP, always helpful.
May Azunai bless you. My thanks again for your help.
No problem. Back, oh, that's the wrong way. I get turned around a little bit. Back in the bog. Let me, so life stealing, I'm gonna stick with sickness unto death. That wasn't a pun, at least not intentionally. Will and block, no. Headband of rage, stamina attack, no. Let's see, steadfast chimere, block, no. Shoes, no. Azunite charm, armor and chaos fire. Yes. And then we'll switch to her, and we'll give her Talisman of the Arcane. Spark of Quickness, no. It's still only one ring. That's not super great. Can I, switch to Katarina? Fierce Jezeel. Oh, heck yeah. That's way better. Determined Clasp, Will, and Armor. I'm gonna say yes to this, actually, because I don't care about block so much. Determined Cincher, Will, and block, no. No. And we'll give her the Leskanzi Luck Fetish, because she is Leskanzi. So it fits. And then back to Anjali. Save. Yeah, we'll overwrite this one, that's fine. Okay. I assume that thing is here to cross this bridge, which I don't know. Maybe it's because there was a bug and somehow you were able to get across or something. I don't know. I don't know. Pretty close to an hour. Uh-oh. It's fine. So there's this guy, Nick Rakita. He's a lawyer. He covers, well, mostly just lawsuits and stuff. But he's pretty interesting to watch. And, you know, pretty unpopular with the SJW crowd, which, that's okay with me. Because generally, I mean, let's be honest, if they get the label of SJW, they're unpleasant people. Very unpleasant. So, yeah, but he does a live stream every weekday that usually is an average of 3 to 4 hours. And that's a lot of content also. Way more than my 1 hour. But also, I'd say he's probably more interesting. Or at least has a more rare skill set. I just play video games and talk about random crap, but I would like to talk about more random crap.
I can hardly believe it. All my men have returned, safe and sound. It may not seem like much, but believe me when I say that you've given us hope. Raised the morale of the men. Please, take these supplies. We'll say they fell off the wagon on the way to Glitterdelve. You've more than earned them.
Eastern Swamp Razor, Trousers of Sanctuary, and Periapt of Conflagration. A lot of experience too, which is good. Very good. And then, right, that quest over there is probably Phineas, so we'll... Can we hit the save point, or are we going to trigger the cutscene before we do that? I don't know. Stamina up, block up, warding up. Will down, armor down, momentum down. I almost want to equip these, but will is kind of important, so I'm gonna keep those. Then Periapt of Conflagration. 1 armor and Chaos Fire, so it's not super great. Did Anjali get anything? Anjali. I'm gonna keep switching my pronunciations just because. Like, I don't do it intentionally, but it's kind of a weird quirk that I have. Man, he just gave me the Trousers of Sanctuary and I'm already pawning him off. And see, the Fierce Clasp, it was listed as like 800 something before, and now you sell it for like a sixth, which is disappointing. Alright. Man, Lucas is going to have a ton of stuff. Alright, well, let's see if we can... There's Devonzy and Phineas. Is that Phineas? I don't know. His arms aren't nearly as fluffy. But we'll just save right here. We'll just save and then we'll stop. Exit to main menu. Yes. I just saved, so it's okay. Alright guys, well that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. I'm enjoying playing this game again. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like to talk about more stuff. I actually think I have some fairly interesting stuff that I can talk about. Unfortunately, I get really focused on the gameplay, and especially fighting those guys that could kill you at any moment, and you know, have to focus. So hopefully, there's not too much dead air. But you know, that's how we go. I still have a lot to learn. You know, I've only been doing this for a little over a year and a half maybe, and that's still, you know, unfortunately I'm not one of those people that is good at everything and just picks stuff up immediately. But I like to think I'm, you know, kind of scrappy, and I will, you know, determined and keep moving forward and all that stuff. So hopefully it only gets better. Hopefully it only gets better. And who knows? You know, if you're watching this years in the future, you could still leave a comment, and I'll assuming I'm still doing this and still on YouTube, try and respond. By the way, if something does happen, and for whatever reason, like YouTube, they release their creators thing or whatever, like some kind of statement from the CEO, and people are like, oh yeah, she's committed to openness on the platform and blah blah blah, and it's like, no, that's not what she's saying. If you actually read it, if you actually read it, she's talking about kicking more people off, keeping, you know, restricting the standards more, those that approach violating the standards, like they don't actually violate the standards but get close to it. She's talking about like suppressing their content and stuff like that. So it's the opposite of openness. You know, it's the very it's certainly a more political stance, but it's it's definitely the same mentality as, you know, the defenders of the female Ghostbusters and defenders of the new Star Wars, which is, if you disagree with us, we're going to try and silence you. That's unfortunately the reality of the situation. So yeah, if, you know, all these episodes are going on to BitChute as well, which is pretty awesome. There's like a little thing you can put in and it'll pull the videos from your YouTube page as they're uploaded anyway. I don't think it's going to get all my old ones, but who knows? Maybe. So, you know, if you like my stuff, I would recommend subscribing to my channel on BitChute as well. It's super clunky. You might not be able to tell it's me because I don't think my picture is showing up for whatever reason. I don't know, but you'll see all the videos on there, and you know, that way if and when YouTube goes under, or if and when I get kicked off or whatever, it's that's somewhere else that I'll be putting stuff up. So there you go. But yeah, you know, I do hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, I mentioned, you know, you can leave a comment or whatever. That's what I love about this stuff. It's, you know, admittedly, it's like, you know, writing a letter, sort of, or texting or whatever. It's not, it's personal, but it's not personal at the same time. But regardless, you know, I read all the comments, even though sometimes it takes a couple days for them to show up, or they get caught in the spam filter, or I just don't log in for a few days. But if you want to leave a comment or ask a question or something, leave a comment or ask a question. I'll try and, you know, I will get to it eventually, you know. Within a few days at least. So what is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, actually, it's you know, I thought I had to work this weekend, and it turns out that I don't. So I get the whole weekend off, which is really nice. Really nice. I'm really psyched about that. So that's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.